It's showtime. What's going on, y'all? Well, if you've seen the thumbnail, I know you know what's going on for this live today. I was strolling down my timeline on YouTube, and a young man had as a title or as a topic on one of his what's the names was "We Need Better Guntubers," which prompted me to do this live to ask the question: what is a good gun tuber? What makes a gun enthusiastic person or a gun lover to be? Shout out to Billy, who also did my thumbnail. Shout out to my brother for always looking out for a brother. What is a better YouTuber? Uh, that's the question I came up with when I saw we need better YouTubers, gun tubers. So y'all, I am gonna drop this link early. Shout out to Shayna, who is one of my narrators, the best in the business. I'm gonna say that. Y'all go over to her channel, her and her husband channel. Go show them both some love. There, Shayna, throw your link and your husband link out here, please, madam. Y'all go show them some love. I don't care if they don't put nothing on their page. Still go show her some love and go show Jason some love, but especially her because she's the hardest working narrator in the business. So go show her some love, y'all. But it prompted me to ask this question: what is a better gun tuber? What qualities? Because I fought a lot of gun tubers that has caught my interest in this gun journey. People like Jay the Shooter. Um, People like a regular gun guy. People like Tackleberry Bug. People like Jason. He has a great channel, military background, gun and hookah. You know, I consider them great gun tubers. So when he posed the question or the the title, we need better gun tubers. What does that mean to you? I follow great gun tubers, if you ask me. I'm gonna throw a couple more out here. Ears. What is it? Iron Ears Tactical is another good gun tuber. The Pimp 1984 is a great gun tuber. Ben Shu, he's a great gun tuber. Carbon Q, she's a great gun tuber. Guns and Barbecue, I can go on and on with great gun tubers that I follow that I find inspiration from. So when you post what and I didn't look at the video. I wish I would have saved the video under my playlist and went back and watched it. I've been trying to find it ever since, but I can't find it for some reason. But um everybody I name, you know, pretty much, preaches on gun safety, getting to know your firearm if you're going to carry, know the ins and out of your firearms. Make sure when you use it um, to defend yourself, not out of anger, not out of emotions. Um, Gershon Tactical, another great gun tuber. Who else can I think of right now that I can? 313 Mag Dumper, great YouTuber. Who else? I can go. I can go many. I got many on my. Um, I'm gonna have to go through my page. Hold on, y'all. Do something. Know what I'm about to do. Let's see. Tactical turkeys, which consist of Tech Life J. Oh Lord, Tech Life J. Big Fish Little Boat. Kick Up Dust. And Dude Knowledge. That guy. Another one, a great guy. Fat Guy with Guns. Great YouTubers that I follow. And Billy of My Fly Family. Erica of My Fly Family. Young Gunner of My Fly Family. Yuri Stirrup. I Am Fresh. Big Drake 357. Backwoods. Black Rambo TV. She Fires. I can name a multitude of people that I follow are great YouTubers. Dear Meat 2 Times TV. Their Low Zone TV. Citizen 2A Citizen LLC. Say Fu Lonzo. Yeah, I'm just going down my list of people that I subscribe to. So, and these people that I have a relationship with. 2A in LA. Black Poindexter. So when he says we need better gun tubers, I follow a multitude of great gun tubers. I don't follow nobody foolish, nobody that's going to give you bad advice, somebody that's going to tell you the real. So I consider these guys real. I value their opinion very much so. Smart Shooters LLC. I've been following that guy for some time. Hootie Who. Milspec J. Tactical Carl. The Gun Camp. Eddie Tactical. JL Customs. Twister. And when I typed that in to try to look for that video again, I had a couple people. One of the titles that I read too was YouTubers, Guntubers are sellouts. GSG Hustle. I think I did mention him. Chris TV. Rambo J. Alpha Tactics. Armel 772, I believe. Camo Carl. But also, do your research as well. Do your research as well. I'm a firm believer on doing your own research. Two A Monty TV. Big Lock TV. What's going on, Corey? Let me shout out people that came through. Corey, Jason Ewing, Shannon Ewing, DJ Play Nice, Fat Guy with Guns, The Pimp 1984, Ben Shooting. Okay. There's everybody them popped in. If you want to and you want to speak on, we need it came off an actual. I was strolling through and I found somebody said we need better gun tubers. So my next question to me, really, um, doing this live was inspiration after that title that I read in it. What to you? What is a better gun tuber? Like I said before, a lot of people that I follow, I believe, are great gun tubers, um, great women and men of decision making. So these people are Lady Wick TV, which is another good show. Big Ron, I've been following him for some time. I think I said Carbon Q, Everyday Shooter, Miss KTV. What's up, Dave Corey with the crop? Shout out to him, man, for coming through. Appreciate you, brother. Red Phoenix Defense. He has a great channel. Santee TV. So, Silverback Defense Tactical, a great partner of mine. Oh, what about what's the name? Diesel TV. What's going on, pimp?
Hey everybody, how are you?
What's going on with you?
Just recovering from this eye surgery.
Oh, girl, you had to have eye surgery.
Yeah, I had to have eye surgery. It was long overdue, but I had so much
Oh,
going on. But we had to do it.
well, you got to get yourself together.
Yeah,
You
yeah. So I
definitely need that eye.
definitely need that eye. But shout out to Willie. Before I got my eye surgery, I started doing what he was doing, like covering my
I want
stronger
to,
eye to a
yeah.
weak eye.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? That came in handy with this surgery.
That's cool.
So I could still be able to use my weapon, professionally. But to answer the question, um, to me, what makes a good gun tuber is the honesty for me.
Yeah.
Because you get a lot of people, I do a lot of interviews, and so I can kind of like read energy. You get a lot of people who get on here and kind of fake the funk, as I want to say. Like they know everything about guns and X, Y, and Z. And honestly and truthfully, that was the first gun they ever had at the time they did the video, but made it seem like they was professional. So I like no, for real. It's a lot of people who be faking the phone. So I
They
like
do.
the ones who are honest. Like for example, a regular gun guy. He always say, "Hey, I'm just a regular guy. We learning this
Um,
together."
no.
You know what I mean? Same thing with
Yeah,
Yoki.
yeah,
Does the
because he don't
same.
know nothing. He don't know nothing.
Yoki does the same thing. She gets the gun and lets you know, "Hey, this is my first time shooting. This is my first time experiencing it." So to me, I those are good gun tubers right there who can keep it honest with us. Um, who won't lie just to sell a brand. I do appreciate those gun tubers because I feel like we get an honest review versus someone who's backed by a brand.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
you know, and knowledge come from learning. So we all learn together. The more guns we buy, because every gun, yeah, technically every gun is made the same, but they're not made the same. So we learn together. Okay, for example, what type of bullets to use in a particular gun. You know,
Okay.
why does this gun kick back like this if you hold it, so that's why I appreciate those type of YouTubers who teach you things and also acknowledge, hey, I don't know everything, but we're gonna learn this together.
I mean, I think that whole whoever would say something like that, we need better gun tubers. That's kind of subjective.
Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
That's
said.
based around what you think or what you're getting from that person. Like I
Right.
look at certain people and it's just for entertainment. I don't really get anything from them. It's just to be entertained. And there's some people that I look at when I want to know something that I don't know myself because I don't know everything. I know a lot, but not all. I go to them. And usually when you get those statements like that, like we need better gun tubers, trolls, man. That's a troll. 9 times out of 10, that's a person who is not a gun tuber and probably not even a real gun person. You got to make that distinction too, because there are gun people such as myself. I'm not the normal gun person. People will call me a gun nut.
Yeah.
You have other people who are just regular collectors or whatever who they like to have a different type of knowledge. It's all based on that. That's why I don't pay attention to the troll statements, man. It is what it is. I appreciate you coming through and clicking a thumbs down or a thumbs up. Either way, it's engagement. Thank you.
Yes, it is.
Exactly. Real talk.
Yeah, that was intriguing to me when I read his title, and I was like, you know what, a good live would be what is a better gun tuber, and you know, like I named off a couple, a nice handful of guys that I follow and women that I follow that are credible to me. You know, it's like fat guy say, it's your cup of tea. You know, depends on what you want to drink.
That's right. That's right.
I like that.
And the thing you gotta learn too is you can't please everybody.
No, you can't.
One thing I always know about this whole YouTube thing is there are people that are gonna like me and there are people that are not gonna like me. And I'm here for the people that like me. I'm here for the people that don't like me too. Because it may get something because for me, firearms is not just about collecting and just regular shooting. It's also about education and training. So it may not like me, but they'll hear something that may spark them to go do something, or because you can't say everything. You might not like my delivery, but if I'm giving you information and you go check it out and the information is right, that's fine. I get comments like that all the time. They'll say all type of different crazy little things, but as long as you're learning, I don't care. My thing is to bring somebody into this thing, because the more of us that there are that are positive about the thing is that the thing we do, which I mean the Second Amendment and our firearms, the better it is.
Yeah. What's going on, Corey? I think I just seen Jova Q pop in here. What's going on, pimping? I think that's the only one that popped in here so far.
What up, David? What up, Corey? What up, everybody?
What up, everybody?
And most of those people who say that type of stuff don't understand what goes into doing this, because they think that you shoot a gun and you go out and shoot and you go. Yeah, some people do that, but no, it takes time to do this stuff. And especially when you want to be educated about a thing, you could spend a lot of time going into this thing. When I first got into firearms and the whole 2A, it was a learning process. So I've been in it like almost 20 years now. So it's a long time. And it's something that I do every single day. There isn't a day that goes by that I'm not doing something with a gun or tinkering with a gun or learning something about a gun or something like that. That's how that is. It's not. People think, oh, it's just so easy to just jump on it. No, it's not. Because you fight with that whole. You want something to be entertaining. You want something to be educational. You don't want it to be boring. And that's why I say I'm not here for all of YouTube. I'm here for the people who want to see Fat Guy with Guns. They want to see Big Zach. And if you do, thank you. If you don't, like I said, still stop by. Leave a negative comment. It's all engagement. I don't care.
Yeah.
You do get a lot of that. Because I posted my shockwave when I put the brace on it with the pistol grip, and a lot of people, I've been getting a lot of comments about that's illegal. I said, no, it's not. Sorry. Before the ban, it was legal to put a brace with a pistol grip on it. I said, I got to educate some of y'all. And somebody got back and forth. No, that's illegal. I said, well, if it's just your preference, I said, I'd rather for you to go look for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Go look for yourself. And if it's in your state that you can carry it with a pistol brace on it, then congratulations. If it's not, then leave that pistol brace off. That's all I can do.
That's the best answer too. Go research for yourself.
Yeah.
The fact that what makes it easy is that, like, I was in customer service for a whole lot of years, and part of my job, what I do now, is still partly customer service. And if you have someone somewhere who can just give you the answers, people are just going to go there. They're not going to research for themselves. So one of the best answers is, hey, you don't believe me? Go check it out. Go look for yourself. But 9 times out of 10, you want to know what? That person ain't going to go look for themselves. They're just going to tell you that you're wrong. Just going to tell you wrong. That's why you just be like, yeah, all right, whatever. You do what you're going to do. I know what's legal where I am. So if you find out something different to the contrary, let me know.
Right.
And like
You know,
you're not gonna hear from them again.
That's normally my response to a lot of things that I put on YouTube. Go research. You know,
Yep.
you might be in a different state than I am. I'm not going to tell you that it's legal. I don't know if it's legal in your state. I don't live in your state. I ain't researching for your state. I'm researching for mine. That's where I live at. So go look at your laws and figure out if it's for you. If it is, go for it. If it ain't, I advise you not to do it.
We have great gun tubers, and I speak for our community, meaning Black folks, and the community at large, because we're all part of the same community. But within every community, there are always subsets. That's just the way things work. And there are gun tubers that I look at, and there's some things that I see, hey, maybe I think you can do better. And there's some that I'm like, hey, everything is fine. There's people who look at me and say things you could do better. You get those constructive comments, like, yeah, right, I'm gonna do that different next time. But that's the way it's supposed to be, because I'm the one who's actively out here seeking the knowledge, trying to teach you. So if someone comes along, you know, if you're a teacher, if you're always a student, always, and you should be, because you're always adding extra tools to your toolbox. So listen, if you can come along and tell me something that I'm not doing right, or I can go look at it and say, hey, I'm not, I need to change that, I'm man enough to change it. I'm like, yeah, right, this is what I'm doing wrong, so I need to go ahead and fix this. I was wrong about that.
Yeah.
That's all about, and that brings integrity to your channel too. Come back and say, hey, we did this last time. I wasn't right about this. This is the real way to do it. Sorry about that. I apologize. This is how we're going to do it from now on.
And shout out to somebody, because I did have what did I have on it? Before I did the brace, I had the Magpool stock on it. Somebody told me, I think you need to take that off. And when I did my research, that changed the qualification of that firearm. So I had to take it off. You learned, you know what I'm saying? I had to learn.
Exactly.
And I had to go do my own research. And when I did my research, that was illegal. And I told the guy on YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate it for the information. So I had to go back and do my own research and really found out that you can't put a stock on a shockwave, because now you change the classification of that firearm. So you do mistakes. And when he told me, you might want to look at that, I had to really go look at that to make sure for myself. And he was right. It was illegal.
Yeah. And I appreciate that too, because it'd be the smallest thing. The smallest thing can change the qualifications. You be like, damn.
He's the guy that's part of your community, tactical skill units community, because we all got our own little communities within this larger community. Like I said, we all have subsets. So that was somebody who, you know, tactical skiing is my man. I'm checking him out. Oh, he may be doing something wrong. I'm gonna let him know, hey, you might want to check on this, brother. You could just decide I ain't gonna make a comment. Just let him get in trouble. You know? Right. But he was nice enough to say, hey man, fix that, brother. I don't want to see you have a problem.
Right. And now that anybody asks me, then I can pass that knowledge along. You know, it's knowledge. It's a machine. We feeding that machine to make sure we don't get in trouble.
Right. You are the influencer, and you had someone who you influence come along and say, hey, you might want to fix that. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. That's good. That's good. That's good criticism. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother.
Well, let me jump off here and put my eye drops in. I'm gonna be in the chat.
All right.
Hey, pimp.
All right, pimp. Oh, some other people that came in. Mad Shade, what's going on? Ray Official.
What up, Ray?
A couple more people jump in here. But yeah, man, it's definitely was interesting to me to see that. And I've seen, and just going back and trying to find that particular video and look at it. I've seen some people say that YouTubers are sellouts.
I wonder. I mean, there's a certain level of, because there are times where you see people do things and stuff is just like too glowing. Like you talk about something like it's, you know, and you may think something like that, but the person can genuinely, unless you know that person personally, you don't know, they could genuinely be feeling that way about it. Man, and anybody who gets something from somebody that's free, it's hard to do something on it and be super negative about it. It is, and that's the truth. And if anybody who says that's not a truth, something is wrong with them, because it is. But you have to have integrity, and you have to do what's best for the people who follow you. So I don't care if you send me a piece of crap, and as an obligation, I have to do something about it. I got to tell my people, you may not ever send me anything ever again, but it is what it is. It ain't about that one particular company. It's about the people who actually make me who I am in this thing. Because without them, I wouldn't be here. It could be a million companies out there, but if the folk didn't click on the button, hey, Fat Guy with Guns got a video. Hey, Fat Guy with Guns put up a community post. He's doing this. He's doing a live. Without them, wouldn't be here. So Companies are important, but the people are what's most important. If you ask the company,
Ray said he has a message for you. I want you to read that. He directed it towards you.
that's coming. Okay, Ray, that's coming. We're gonna start out doing 2 lives a month instead of 1. That's it. So there's one coming up. We're gonna have 2 in Feb, 2 in December. Then we'll get into January, and then we'll go from there. But that's all I'm promising. I'm not promising.
Y'all don't understand this live stuff, man. You gotta be man. I don't see how people go 3-4 times a week. I can't do no 3-4 times.
I like doing it, but it's just it's putting the time into it. And lives for me are times for me to hang out with my friends.
Yeah.
So that's my thing. So I mean, I'll do more, but you have to come up with stuff. You don't want to just, you have to have stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
And then want to just always get into a rant and be on a soapbox, because I can do that. I can get on a big rant. If you want to just sit and watch me for an hour, just talk shit about something I don't like, we can do that.
Shout out to DJ Play Nights, who's another one of my narrators. He has some information that he's throwing up here.
Yeah, what is that?
House of Representatives you can contact if you want to. Just throwing out some good information for you guys. The U.S. Senate,
Okay.
So if you want to go back and if you want to throw them a letter to, he's definitely throwing some information here. Hey, DJ Play Nights, throw the suicide line up here that you do every week as well. If you know somebody that's suicidal, he definitely has some good information for them as well.
What up, Norwood?
Norwood, what's going on, brother?
Yeah, man, this is a funny thing that we decided to get into.
Oh, shout out to Ray. Ray might be going live. He's talking about putting his channel together. So y'all, let's encourage him. Ray, while you talking about Zach, get your shit together.
I'll be there for that one for sure. Definitely.
He's going pre-live. He's not going to do lives. I think he's going to do more pre-live. But we're going to encourage him to do a live or two, 1 live a month while he's talking about everybody else.
Oh, man, that'd be great. I know his live would be off the chain. You don't hold back. I would like to be there for that one. Yep.
All right, y'all. That's the line. If you got anybody that's suicidal, give them that line. If they don't want to talk to you, definitely good information to be able to go out and talk to somebody.
And this is the type of thing, because we see who talks the most in the chat, and it's always the same group of people. You never know. It's those people who are watching who aren't saying anything. Like this information that you're putting out like that, right there. You never know who just saw that and who needs that.
Yeah.
What makes this important? You reach out, because this YouTube is not local. It's international. So you never know who you could be talking to. Some random person just click on something and see that and be like, man, I need to go do something about that. That's the beauty of it. It's one of the things that's good about it. Talk to many different situations.
Yeah, it's definitely great for veterans. You got something here. Definitely check that out if you know anybody else a veteran. You can donate, or great website for veterans. Another thing about veterans, man, a lot of people don't know. A lot of veterans don't know their benefits after coming back from the war. If you have a person that's been in the U.S. Armed Forces, most of the time family has to go and take them to his doctor's appointments, get him started or get her started, because we have I want to say a mass variety of veterans that's homeless. We shouldn't have homeless veterans. I don't care what nobody say. They put their life on the line. Missiles, bullets flying past their heads. So to me, I don't think a veteran should be homeless, period.
I think that's one of the greatest shames in our country, is that a guy can go somewhere and risk his life and get hurt and come back and have to worry about whether he can pay for a bill or whether or not his health care is, all that, have somewhere to live. That there's no way I should go somewhere and almost get myself killed for an entity, which is our government. And a lot of guys, most guys are over there, you fighting with the guy next to you, and the guys around you, your people, but I'm over there under I'm with the government. There's no way that I should come home and not have what it is that I need.
Exactly.
That's just some bullshit.
It is.
That is a failure in our country. That should never happen, ever.
I agree, Dave. We shouldn't have any homeless but we definitely shouldn't have veterans. I don't care what nobody say.
Right.
But we have to, if you have a veteran, if you have that time to be able to take him to the VA, get his benefits going, step up to the plate and do that for your kin folks. You know, I don't know. I just feel like that's something that they shouldn't have to worry about, period. Especially, you know, we get the freedom to move how we want to, do what we want to, with them risking their life to go over there to fight a war that they had nothing to do with, but because they signed up to be in the armed forces, well, that's part of their obligation. And, you know, coming back and not being able to have a home, or just it kills me for that to even happen.
That's just, it's a shame, man. It is a blight on this country's government that should ever happen. That should never happen, ever. You ain't gotta be living in a mansion, but you should be able to live somewhere. It's warm in the winter and cool in the summer, and you can have clean water and wash your ass and shit like that and sleep. You have a good roof over your head.
Well, yeah, Shana, that's a lot of it too. They do push them through a lot of BS. But if you have somebody that's willing to go that extra mile for them to get them shelter or some type of placement, you definitely gonna have to cut a couple, you know, fine lines to get where that veteran needs to be. I know somebody that actually had to literally take their family member up to the VA, get them started, and had to continue to check on that paperwork, because that veteran mindset is not worried about that paperwork that's needed in order for them to get their benefits after serving this country. So yeah, you're gonna have to go through a lot of red tape. I do agree with you, Shana. But if you are, say you want to be their caretaker or something, or somewhere you can go about doing that, do your research, you know, because it shouldn't definitely, they should at least be able to put a place up for them, and some type of food voucher for them risking their lives. So I believe we have to hold the government accountable. If we don't, then the government's not going to give a fuck. That's just what it is.
That's a fact. It's a fact.
What's going on, Chopping with Chan? Just seeing you jump in here.
What up, Chan?
But yeah, it kills me that we got them going through the bull crap, the red tape to try to get what they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
They earned that, you know. At least that.
Right. At least the basics to be able to live and be comfortable.
Yeah. So, but y'all, what is a better Guntuber for you guys? As far as I'm concerned, I follow a great multitude of Guntubers in my community that I feel that are safe in what they do. When they get on YouTube, they're preaching the right things.
Lunch? Let me ask you this question.
Yes, sir.
What would you consider to be a bad Guntuber?
For me, somebody is not practicing what they preach. If you tell somebody to get a certain gun and you're not training with that gun, you don't know the ins and outs of that gun, and you say, like when I first got started, my biggest thing was I needed a safety just to be comfortable. Once I got over that fear, then I started getting Glocks and different guns that don't have a safety. So that was what I was preaching when I first got started. I was more comfortable with a safety. And then another thing that I told people, I wasn't comfortable with one in the head when I first got started. I had to get used and get comfortable to that, to think that was something that it had to be almost first nature to me. So once I got it in my hand, once I started to carry it, my first thing was I got to have a safety, and I don't do one in the head. Once I got comfortable, I want to say about 6 months into it, then I started putting one in the head. I started just walking around the house with it on my hip to get used to that mindset that, you know, once I pull this out, and if I whether I use a safety or not, once I pull that trigger, I got to remember it's not one not in the head, it's one in the head. So if I pull this trigger, that bullet is gonna go off, and one is gonna come into the barrel again. So you gotta, that's why I mean by preaching what you taught. I'm not gonna go on here and say, yeah, when I got started, I started with one in the head. And I started without a safety. That wasn't what I didn't do that. So when I first got on, my biggest thing was I needed a safety, and I needed to at least learn how to carry without one in the head for at least the first 3 to 6 months. And once I got comfortable, well, I'm gonna start walking around the house with one in the head and kind of get used to that and get my mindset to know that, yeah, once you pull this trigger, you ain't racking it to put one in there. It's already one in there. So that's my biggest belief is practice what you preach.
Okay.
For me.
That.
Don't go on here saying you doing something different than what you're actually putting on video. It's the biggest thing, because now you're creating false narratives. You know, ain't nobody going. I didn't grow up around guns until I got into I'm 40, so until I got into my early 30s. So my dad didn't have guns. We didn't go hunting. So when I got introduced to guns is when I started really getting interested in the guns. Right. Like other people, they've been around guns. They, family hunted, so they was used to that. Me, I wasn't. My daddy didn't keep guns around the house. What's going on, barbecue?
Skilly, how you doing, brother?
I'm all right, brother. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Thanks for throwing out the link out there.
Barbecue.
How's it going? I can't tell who that is. I'm sorry.
Fat guy with guns.
What's up, man?
Not much. Yourself?
Pretty good.
So what you think of the subject, man? Like I said, I was just strolling through and somebody said we need a better Guntuber. So it lends me to ask this question: what is a better Guntuber to you?
A better Guntuber?
Yeah, that's the question I came out of it with when I saw
let's say I just tuned in about 5 minutes ago or so, and I heard you ask the question, what's a good Guntuber? And I jumped in just to say this, and I'm not trying to pander to nobody. I'm not trying to blow you or nothing, but I was going to say tactical skillionaire. The stuff you do is great. You're making great content. It's honest. You just did what you were saying. You practice what you preach. You're safe. Everything that you're promoting, you're using, you're doing. At the end of the day, it's honesty. It's being forthright and transparent. I think you're a perfect example of that, Skilly. So, if we're going to point out channels or anything, I think you're a great one to point out.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Guns, don't argue. What's going on, brother? I just seen you jump in here. Oh, here we go, Red Official. All right, get on his head now. I think I was done about to get on your head, boy.
Guns and barbecue. How much Skilly paid you for that shit?
Here you go.
I know you got some money for that.
I'd say he might have sent me a Draco.
Okay.
Don't worry about how this transparent happens.
Need to find my glass. I can't see shit right now, man.
Put on your glasses before you shoot, y'all, if you can't see.
I can see now, man. Now,
Have none of you learned anything from watching my channel? You don't need to see to shoot. It's muscle memory, index shooting. Come on.
I need to see myself because I might look crazy at the time. Shit. So I gotta see how bad I look. But hey, I was gonna sit there and say, yeah, Guntuber to me, man, because everybody brings something different to the table, and that's what I enjoy about a lot of it. You'll see somebody, who's just out there just doing their thing, shooting guns, having a good time or whatever, Then you'll see somebody, who's just reviewing a whole bunch of guns, and then you just see somebody, like Zach. Zach gets up there, and he'll talk about shit that I like, because hell, I ain't no little dude. I might look all small on the camera and shit like that, but hell, man, I'm almost 275, So when he goes on talking about those belts and shit like that, that fits us bigger dudes and shit. I like that type of shit. You know, and that's what we need. You know, we don't need to hear all them little bitty dudes like Skilly or whatever, you know, going on. You know, fits me like this and shit, man. Hell, fuck, we ain't all little bitty old skinny dudes like you. I mean, some of us, you know, we keep it real. I mean, you know, we hefty dudes. We them dudes that, you know, women love to hug during the wintertime.
That's right.
Yeah, summertime we make them sweat. Wintertime we keep you know, I mean, shit, man. Pigs in a blanket. You know, so yeah, man. I mean, but you know, that's how I look at it, man. You know, it's all about what they're bringing to the table and shit like that. You know, and like I said, there's some of them. I mean, I watch their videos, you know, every now and then. Don't subscribe to them and shit like that, you know. But I mean, you know, certain people, hell, I love what they bring to the table. That's like I told Zach, man. Shit, Zach need to go live more than, you know. Well, now he's talking about twice, you know. But I mean, Zach shit, man. When he's up there, I mean, that shit is off the chain. I love it. You know, because Zach is going to give you Zach. I mean, you know, Zach talk. He's straight up. You know, like me, I'm gonna sit there every now and then. I mean, you know, you might hear me. I'll be quiet sometime and shit. You know, but when you're talking about some shit that I enjoy, hell, I'm gonna jump right in there. You know, but that's my little 2 cents on it, man.
Well, that's what that's the beauty of YouTube. That there's something for everybody out there. And that's the thing. You don't have to like everybody, and everybody don't have to like you. There's a bunch of people who want to hear from you. My thing has always been when I decided I was going to do this is I don't need all of YouTube. I just want the people who want to like and hear what I got to say. If you don't like me, oh well, leave a negative comment or a thumbs down. I could care less because it's still engagement. Appreciate that too. It is what it is.
It all counts.
Yep.
Right.
Don't matter. Shit. If you click, if you watch, hell.
Right. That's
watch support.
Yeah, that's watch hours right there. Go ahead.
Thanks.
You click on that shit and in your mind be saying kiss my ass or whatever hell, but you still didn't already clicked it. Too late now.
That's right.
Yeah.
You done help me get my watch hours up, player. Thank you.
Yep. Appreciate that.
Yep.
But yeah, man, it's definitely something that I thought would be interesting today to talk about because, like Zach say, man, you're going to have people that's not going to like your content, and that's fine. You know, everybody's not going to like everything that you do. Once, if you know that getting on YouTube, then you understand what YouTube is about. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to stress yourself out over things. If I get 1,000, I get 1,000. Thank God I got 1,000. But I'm not about to, you know, sell my soul to get 1,000 people to like me. It just is what it is. When I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't. I'm having a good time doing it. When I get on my lives are more to hang out with you guys, talk a little shit, and have a good time. It's more therapy for me to get on here and talk to like-minded people and a bunch of people that I have a great relationship with.
Yeah, because the thing with YouTube is numbers are good, but engagement is better. So if I'm a guy and I have 100,000 people and only 0.1% of them are engaged, that don't look good. But if I'm a guy and I have 1,000 people and 20% of those people are engaged, it looks better. There's something that I'm doing. And organic growth, just let it grow. People want to run out there. You want to jump. This person's got 1 million, and that person worked to get that 1 million. First of all, the first thing is, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to do what that person did to get that 1 million?
Exactly.
Second of all, are you willing to put in the work? Because it takes work. It doesn't just come along like, oh, you just, you don't often find riches without working for it. So you gotta just put in the work. You do it at your pace, and you have to learn to be happy with the results you get from what you're putting into it.
Absolutely.
That's how it works. That's why when I look at my channel, I'm like, man, if I did a whole bunch of stuff like this, it could be bigger. But you want to know something? I'm going at the pace that I want to go at, and it'll grow. And when I want to make a move faster, I know how to do it. Yeah, I know what to do. You got to put in the work. You got to make it move. But if I don't, it's going to go how it's going to go. And you have to be first internally understand that, hey, listen, you're going to get out of it what you put into it. So if you don't put that in it, you ain't going to get that.
Get nothing out of it.
Yeah. That's the shit I'm learning right now. I mean, I haven't put out shit, but the shit takes time and money.
Yep.
It takes time and money, especially if you want to do your shit right. You know, I mean, if you want to come up there and have a bootleg channel and shit like that, where, people can barely see your ass and barely hear you, hey, go for it, But if you want your shit to be right, I mean, shit takes time and money, man. It takes time because you got to sit there and learn how to do it and everything else and watch everyone else. Then you got to research whatever you're going to, camera or whatever shit that you're taking in. You got to research all that shit, So it's almost like, well, I ain't going to say it's like a damn business almost, starting a damn business,
It
research.
It boils down to it. It is a business. I don't take my time and do editing and all of that because people say, I just do it for the love of it. No, at times I love it. At times I don't. But you want to know something? I want to be able to get that bag. I want to be able to get me a check from YouTube every month. I don't care if it's only $100.
That's it.
I want to get that from every month. I want to get that. And people say, no, it's just for the love. It's for the love. I love. Give them some of that love.
Right, that's what I said. I said I started off for fun, but if I can make some money off of it, then I'm willing.
Right. Yeah. Well, why not? It's the new area of entrepreneurship in 21st century. You can go out somewhere and make you some money with random people looking at you. It don't have to be a ton of money. But who knows? You never know when that little bit of extra money is gonna come through and you may need it for something. You never know. It might be the difference between eating and not eating.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's how you gotta look at it, especially if you're not doing anything else. Some of us are fortunate to already have careers and things and jobs and stuff that we're already into, but you may have somebody who's not, and this may be the last thing for them, and they'll throw themselves into it, and you watch them skyrocket right past you. You know why? Because they really needed that.
Mm-hmm.
And what you got to do is you help them out as much as you can and applaud them because they put in what was necessary in order to get where you trying to get. Don't hate on them. Man, go check them out.
And one thing I like about GHG Hustle, he told you when he first got on here, he getting that bag. That's what he going for. So like you said, being honest with yourself and what you come on here for.
Yeah.
He wanted that bag. He said it at the beginning. I come for the bag.
he made a decision that this was going to be what he was going to do. And that's why you see them brothers drop them videos and do all type of stuff. And he's extra creative and do stuff that I would never think of. But he decided that was going to be how he was going to feed himself and his family. So he out there doing his thing.
And see, young people got a different hustle though, man. Even though, with us, because we're older, this shit right here is like a new frontier for us. They grew up,
right, it is.
Yeah.
They grew up on it, so they already know. I mean, it's like going to the fucking moon. They born on the moon.
Right.
We were trying to make our way to the moon.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, their hustle is completely different with this shit. Like I said, they get up there and they're gonna, go above and beyond and just do shit that we wouldn't even think of. And next thing you see it, boom, just climbing up that.
There's a different mentality that they have. Like there's a thing where for me, gun ownership is always for me it was always like I don't want you to know what I got.
Yeah.
And
like that.
To put myself out there in front of literally hundreds of millions of people, that's the potential that can see what you're doing. It's like you telling everybody, hey, this is what I have. So it's something that you fight with all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I don't understand why people. I understand the idea. I got to make content, but these they should be coming out now. My 2023 collection, every gun I bought in 2023. Why? Why are you going to show off every gun that you bought in 2023? Even if you're not actually showing off every gun that you bought in 2023, let's say that you're showing off a dozen or 2 dozen guns. You're letting everybody know, what, $6,000 worth of guns, $12,000 more worth of firearms that you bought in 2023. And then as a content creator, sometimes we're sitting there going, hey, I'm going out of town this weekend. It's my wife's birthday, or going on vacation, or SHOT Show's coming up. I'm going to SHOT Show. Guess what's not going to be happening at my house? Nobody's going to be there. What the frick? It makes no damn sense to me.
That's part of this game.
Yeah.
Because I never show everybody everything.
Yeah.
But part of this game is this is what I'm doing because that's the way that society goes. I want to see the old stuff, right? But I want to see the new stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't got to. So if I bought 24 guns during the course of the year, maybe I'll just show you 13, or maybe I'll just show you 10. I ain't got to show you everything. but I gotta keep the people interested because you're only as good as your next video or your next short. And it's just you can't just live off of stuff. Like I had a viral short with Black Rambo. I'm shooting a 500 with one hand, and it went viral. That lasts for a little while, but then that's gone. I was only as good as what was going to come up next, but that don't last forever. So you got to keep if you're going to be in the game, listen, you got to play by the game and do what it is you need to do to try to be successful in it. Or either, if not that, you quit.
I'm gonna tell you somebody.
Videos like the
Yorkie Stork got 2 big gun safes, and she just revealed all the stuff in her gun safe.
That's just the 2 that she showed.
Yeah,
Yorkie has way more, and
she got way more.
Yorkie has plenty of gun safes, but that's just what she decided she was going to show
right
at that point.
Yeah, and she got showed a lot of guns on her channel.
That's
I
mean, with her like Sid collections and her Desert Eagle collection.
That's who she is. Yeah, the whole thing about someone knowing where I'm at or knowing what I'm doing. When I took my face and decided I was going to stick it in front of a camera and put it up on a platform that anybody can see, that pretty much goes out the window.
Yes.
If I don't want you to know about something, I won't speak about it. If I never wanted you to know who I was, I would have never put my face in front of the camera. I would have never made a comment in a chat or did anything like that or anybody's video or whatever. But once you decide to open yourself up to the world, you open. And every day when you leave your house, you're at risk. It doesn't matter where you are, where you live, or whatever.
It's true.
So unless I'm gonna sit in the corner and hold my breath and be like, "Oh my God, what's gonna happen to me?" You do what you do, and you move around. You move around the world. I carry this big gun just in case there's a problem. You do what you do.
Yeah. With anything, I mean, you're gonna have a lot of people that will recognize you, get to know you, and stuff like that. But you're always gonna have that small group that's sitting there just watching you because they want to, figure out when they can get you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just
always gonna be wolves. Always gonna be wolves. Ain't nothing you can do about that. There's a guy I watch all the time. He says it all the time. Streets gotta eat, and that's a true statement.
That is. That's absolutely.
And always keep that in your mind because it doesn't matter where you are, from the nicest neighborhood to the shittiest neighborhood.
Yep.
Something can happen. It don't matter. When you watch a person walk into a police station where they know there's hundreds of guns and decide they're gonna shoot it up.
That's crazy.
Anyway. They don't give a shit. Crazy. They don't
that happened here in Detroit, man. That dude
that's what I'm talking about. That means anything can happen anywhere.
Yeah. You crazy as hell to go in the police station and shoot. You ain't gonna die.
Yeah, well, hell,
right. You ain't making it out.
People everywhere, man. I mean, that's just the way of the world,
Yep.
Everywhere. But yeah, I understand what Guns and Barbecue is saying because that's something I sit there and fight with, as far as showing what I have, and I'm like, shit, man. I mean, if I get something that I really like or that I'm really, I'm not gonna say proud of, but something that I just like, oh man, I got this, I'm gonna show it. You know what I'm saying? I do that. But as far as showing all my shit, I'm like, hell, man, that's just not me.
Some stuff you just get for you because there's stuff you get just for me. It's not for everybody to see. It's just for me.
You go out there and you spend $2,000-$3,000 on something like shit, man. Hell, you know what? I'm about what they call it? I'm about to snob my ass off.
Exactly right. Exactly. I'm about to flex
this shit right here.
Right. I'm about to flex.
I mean, you bastards got one of these.
That's
yep.
And that's the game that you you
decide to be
part of.
And like I get it, like to make content, like sometimes you got to show off a gun, like totally get it. But like these collection videos, I don't understand those, like, and I totally get, like, you're not always showing your entire collection that you bought in, say 2023, but nonetheless, when you're showing a dozen guns or something like that, like, why? Because that's still 12 more than people needed to see. If it's just 12 guns that you showcased on your channel doing reviews or something, whatever, because they're already out there. But if it's 12 guns and only 6 of them were showcased, like, why are you showing the other 6? Because at the end of the day, you're putting stuff out there that is just making that target. If somebody wants to do something nefarious, you can't be home all the time, and It just I don't get it. You know, there's an idea to privacy.
Once
You
you
know,
decide, you want to know something? Once you decide to jump on something like this, there's a certain part of your privacy that you give up.
Yeah.
It's just the truth.
100%. But you don't have to make it easier.
I don't see. My thing
I'm gonna
is,
say it's not like you're opening all the blinds to your house and being like, "Hey, look in here."
well, yeah, I mean that's true, but I mean I just look at it sort of. It just sort of is. What up, Chris? It just
And
sort of
say, and like
is.
you're talking about making content, like how many people are gonna go back in 2024 and be like, "Hey, you know, let's see if Tactical Skillionaire had a, you know, my gun collection 2023 video." People aren't going back and checking those out. That's not evergreen content. That's not going to get you repeated clicks. That is a video that gets you clicks in the moment. It's not something that's searchable. It's not something that's searched.
Well, no. At one point in time, the gun collection thing was a big.
Yeah, see, you could get a lot.
Not as much as it is now. But at one point in time, the gun collection thing was a big thing. One of my largest videos that I've ever done, full length video, is still the top 2 are gun collection videos.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, yeah. If you think about it, man, you don't see a whole lot of them. Like, I think say 2 years ago or whatever, you know, or during the whole pandemic, you don't see as much of it as you used to see. You know, because that was like the thing. Everybody knew, hell, if I want to get on YouTube and be noticed, let me sit there and show my 2020 gun collection or my 2021 gun collection. You know? And then everybody, you know, you get a whole bunch of people to start doing the same thing. You know, now you don't see as much, you know. But like I said, I understand what Guns and Barbecue is saying because, you know, when you put all that information out there, then, you know, you pretty much make yourself a target, you know, for the nuts who want to come after you, you know, when they see you or whatever. But the thing is, even if you don't, if you're not putting out a gun collection, you know, but they know that you're a Guntuber, at that point they know, shit, this dude might have a lot of guns.
100%.
Yeah, and that's just the way it is. So you can show it or not show it. It's just being in the community. People know that your ass have guns.
Yeah, that's what you do. That's what these big ass safes are for. That's what these alarm systems and cameras and lights and all that shit.
The safes are a joke. The safes are to keep the honest man honest.
Yeah,
I mean no. My safe is to hopefully because you got to have plenty of time to be able to do what you need to do to get into it.
Yep.
Give me 10 minutes with a cutoff wheel.
Look,
10 minutes with a cutoff wheel, and I can be in your safe, guaranteed.
You want to know something? That's true, but that takes time too.
It sure is.
I understand that nothing. You can break into anything.
Anything.
With enough time and enough the right tools, you can get into just about anything.
Yep.
But you do it as a deterrent. There's nothing is 100%. But you know, like I said, I don't generally walk through life worrying. If something happens, it's gonna happen. Hopefully, I can deal with it and I can make out of it safely and I can recover whatever. But that's what you do. Like Joe, those are security containers. That's exactly what they are. Because I know if I want to get into something, I got enough time and the right tools. I can get into it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like Zach said. I mean, you know, all the cameras, alarms, and shit like that. So the thing is, I mean, when you come in, you got the alarm that's gonna go off. You know, so you got a certain amount of time to go and cut the safe and all this other shit before the police get here. You know, I mean, so that's all of it. I mean, now if you got a whole bunch of guns and you don't have any type of security, or you just have your shit laying around, you know, all hung up on the damn wall and shit like that. I mean,
that's easy.
Hell, it ain't gonna take nobody no time. They're gonna do it like they do the gun stores.
And most criminals are stupid. Seldomly do you get a crew of people who are going to go after somebody who is smart and plan and go into a regular guy like my house or your house or somebody. If someone is coming after you like that, it's because you into something that you shouldn't be into, and they coming to get everything that you got there. Most criminals ain't going to take that time. They're not going to do it. You run it, like I say, you run some crews who do that stuff, but they're not going to come to your house. They're going to go break into the gun store. They're going to pull the front doors off. 20 dudes going to run in, steal everything they want and bounce.
Yep.
Yeah, we just had a recent one where a dude hit 2 gun stores, and one of the gun stores that I actually go to got hit. Like you said, they ripped the door off and they went in. I mean, it was a mob of them. Put a couple 100,000 worth of guns in the truck and skidded off and went down the street and went to a pawn shop and took their guns. So
yeah, we had something like that here too, and it was basically guys that were local. It was one of the stores that I go to, and the way that they caught him was funny because how they caught him was a couple days before they did what they did. They came and they cased the store.
Yep.
And one of the kids was drinking something, and it was a cup, and he threw it in the trash can.
Oh,
Luckily, somebody was irresponsible, didn't take out the garbage, and that's how the ATF, when they came and were doing their investigation and everybody that was it, that's how they were able to find it. It was a big ring. It was a big ring on the west side of town, and they caught him. That's what I'm saying. Stuff is gonna happen. There's nothing that's 100%. So either you go and do what you like to do and be a part of what you're gonna be a part of, or you just gonna sit around and be scary. I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not saying that I'm scared. It ain't about being scared. It's just about, not making it easy.
And I understand where you're coming from, but like I said, that's why I got all these safes and cameras and all that stuff. Is to try to make it not as easy. Now, if I'm here,
100%.
If I'm here and you decide to come through the door, hopefully I get to drop on you. You don't get to drop on me. If I get to drop on you, it don't necessarily mean I'm gonna make it out of there, but you're gonna know somebody else was on the other side of the door. And once that gun start going off, things change. People don't just hang around. Oh, let's just hang around and grab this. No. When the bullets start flying, everybody want to get the fuck out the way.
Yeah. And the thing is, I mean, like, it's if you're in the house, it's a little hard to get the drop on you because first of all, you got to kick that door in and all that other shit away. Now, if you're out there in the yard and the garage or something like that, then yeah, they roll up on you. And I mean, they're gonna get the drop on you right there because you're not prepared for it. There's nothing you can do when you got a car just roll up and a whole bunch of motherfuckers jump out or whatever.
Right.
In the house, I mean, yeah, you got to kick the door down and all that shit. And by the time you kick that door down, I mean, there's gonna be some things coming whistling by you.
Yeah, especially if you harden your premises because you know what you have there and you take the necessary measures to try to make sure you have stuff as hardened as you can and things like that. Those are the things that it's just I understand that life in the world is treacherous. And it's just that it sort of is what it is, and you just gotta move how you need to move in order to be as safe as you can and enjoy life. That's what I do. Part of enjoying life is, hey, I got this new gun this week. What y'all think about it?
And I'm telling you, look, my thing is they could easily get the drop on my ass because my Zen place or whatever is when I'm sitting out there cutting that damn grass, I ain't thinking about shit.
Hey,
love together.
you try to have your head on the swivel. You try to be alert all the time, but nobody can be. That time when you getting out the car, coming from the garage, you got the groceries, you may just have got something, you're hungry or whatever. You never know who's gonna come after you or what's going to happen.
Now that right there, now, like I said, getting out the car and shit like that, I'm always watching that shit. But when I'm sitting there cutting my grass and shit like that, all I'm thinking about that pretty ass grass. I'm thinking about them lines in the grass and how good the edging look and shit like that. I ain't thinking about shit, so motherfucker easily get to jump on my ass when I'm cutting the grass.
Oh, hell yeah. Friggin', I got headphones in. I'm friggin' singing my little heart out. Friggin', like, I'm singing so loud, friggin', I can hear myself with my headphones going over the fucking lawnmower. Like,
oh, look, my wife.
You could just sneak up, murk me with a friggin' knife. I wouldn't even know it.
You out there enjoying yourself, cutting your grass, relaxing, just doing,
But that's the truth, man. My wife sit there. I'm out there cutting the grass on the damn riding lawnmower. And she sit there and call me up, say, "Hey, what the hell is all that noise?" I'm like, "What noise?" She said, "I don't know. It just sounded like something howling." That was my ass singing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Lawnmower, man. I'm like, shit. I said, "Hold on." And it's so hard to be sitting there on that lawnmower cutting grass or whatever and not singing, especially when something good come on. Like, shit, man. I had to sit there and stop that shit, man, because my wife like, "What the fuck is that?" But yeah,
I'm just kind of like an owl.
Shit, hell, man, I sound worse than an owl, man. I sound like something just got hit in pain, shit.
But it don't matter. You sound good to yourself. You be out there doing what you do. It don't matter.
Look, yeah, anything in between those earbuds, it sounds good to everything outside, shit.
Exactly.
I ain't winning no Grammys for that shit.
Right. Well, y'all, I am about to get out of here. Thank you to everybody that came on. The Pimp 1984, Zach, Fat Guy with Guns. We got Ray Official and my big homie, Guns and Barbecue, man. Thank you guys for coming through, chopping it up with a brother.
I just got called fat. What the fuck?
Huh?
I just got called fat.
No, I called you guns and barbecue.
I mean, if you fat, accept that shit, man. I mean,
Yeah,
hell,
man. If you're fat, accept it. Keep it moving, bro.
yeah, hell.
Say it's all right. Say all
Yep.
this gut turns to dick at midnight.
I got you gotta say that different, man. I understand, but you gotta say that different. Damn. Yo, you want to know something? That's a t-shirt.
Better look out, Cinderella.
Hell yeah, that's a t-shirt right there.
T-shirt.
Oh, man. And thank everybody for coming through the chat. Thank you, DJ Play Nice, and also the Resilient Dad. What's going on, man? I just seen you jump in here. And Shayna Ewing for being my narrators. I love you guys. Thank you guys for doing what y'all do behind scenes. Go subscribe to these two young people. They're young, okay? Trust my word, they're young.
What young people is that?
That's Shayna and DJ Play Nice.
Oh,
You know, they young.
We're talking about his moms.
oh, okay.
You know, they young. Don't do that, Ray. Here you go. You must start some
Oh, wow, I
medicine.
thought you was talking
Skilly,
about.
I said you were honest before. Don't you go making me a liar now.
Man, y'all be safe this week. Everybody put my wife and my daughter in your prayers. They'll be leaving Thursday to head to Florida for the cheerleading nationals. My daughter is going on her way to win the nationals, hopefully. So just pray for them for a safe passage there. Her and the cheerleaders and all the volunteers and all the coaches to be able to come back, and travel safe, man. So y'all pray for them this week. They'll be leaving Thursday. They'll be back Monday of next week. So they're gonna be in Florida enjoying that Florida weather, while me and my son be up here not enjoying the winter weather of Michigan. So she talked about the other day. I heard her talk about it's 78 in Florida. I don't give a damn. I ain't gonna be there.
I ain't gonna be there.
Hell nah, shit. We enjoying this cold.
So y'all, man, be safe. Definitely be safe in anything and everything you do. Practice safety when you come to your firearms. If you have small children in the household here in Michigan, it's been popular for kids to grab guns and either shoot their siblings or end up shooting themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Please, if your kids are not used to guns, lock them up. If you got a nephew or a niece coming by that's not used to guns, lock them up. We're having too many incidents with children hurting themselves with firearms, or either hurting or killing a loved one. So I definitely want to put that out there. Lock guns up if they're not used to them. I'm so fortunate that my children know about firearms, that if I can leave it on my kitchen table, I have no worries. But if any other children come over my house, I lock them up. I don't want to give no excuses to somebody entrusting me with their children, bring them into my home, and then the next thing you know, they get a call that they done shot themselves.
Yeah.
I don't want that call. So be safe with your firearms, please, please, please. Keep them out the hands of children that don't know nothing about firearms. And y'all be good, be safe. God bless each and every one of you guys. It is your favorite. I like Real Deal. He said that's his favorite part of my video. So favorite down on the checking out. And a couple of my great gun buddies here that's on the panel, man. Subscribe to their channels. Great channels, great information. We looking for Ray Official to officially open up his channel. Encourage him.
Well, look, I'm gonna let y'all know already, man. My channel ain't gonna be about no guns or nothing like that. I'm gonna stick to the topic that I know best is when I sit there and say "fuck them kids." So I'm gonna talk about that. You know, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just talk about all the shit that I see these old crazy ass kids out here doing. You know, which is a lot. And like I said, I'm not sitting there. You know, I'm gonna be more of just showing the shit that's going on, and you know, talking a little bit as far as you know what some of them need. You know, and as far as kind of steer them away from that shit, you know, because as parents, we don't know what the hell our kids do when they leave the house. So you don't know, you know, but you could sit there and kind of, you know, watch the people that they hang around, because our kids can sit there all day long, you know, and master bullshit or whatever, you know, we don't know. But their friends, if their friends are knuckleheads, most of the time their knucklehead friends are gonna come to the house and gonna keep it real, and you're gonna know that's a fucking knucklehead. You know? Yeah, because they're gonna hide the shit from their parents, but when they come around other people, they're gonna sit there and just be free about that shit, man. So yeah, like I said, my thing is I'm just gonna sit there and talk about what I know, and that's these crazy ass fucking kids.
Well, we look forward once he drops his oh well, never mind. DJ Play Nice just dropped his YouTube channel, so definitely go.
Up there yet?
Uh-huh.
I ain't put shit up there yet, so I don't know what he's dropping.
Subscribe anyway.
Whatever.
I guess now y'all motherfuckers gonna make me work a little harder now.
Yeah, you worry about everybody else and what they.
I'm gonna do a Zach on your ass, man. Shit, maybe once a month.
Well, hey, we love you anyway, brother. Anything you put out, I'm quite sure is gonna be very informational. So we're looking forward to see you grow in your channel, brother. Regardless, you know what I'm saying. So, but with that being said, man, I love you guys. Peace. Be safe. Enjoy some football today. My Steelers play today. I'm looking forward for them winning today.
Steelers.
Who they playing?
Some sorry ass.
Arizona.
Okay.
Arizona, yeah, we should beat Arizona.
What do you mean, fuck them Steelers?
We should be able to beat.
Man, you know what? I'm just waiting on Dallas to lose. I'm tired of these damn Cowboy fans. You know? It's our year. Fuck y'all year.
They can go all the way. They're gonna choke right at the end.
Right.
Like they always do. They gonna choke.
I'm just tired of hearing their ass, man. That's the only problem I have. I mean, cause shit, I get up here and every time they win a game, yeah, them boys are back. You know, I'm like, shit.
Right. They've been coming back now for that. They're back
20 plus years. Shit.
Right.
You know, 20 years they've been coming back.
Great choke artists. Ain't worried about them. They gonna choke.
All right, so we're gonna go end this.
Chicken.